So finding the perimeter essentially just means adding up all of the outside of a shape. So if we're looking at something like a rectangle, we should know that a rectangle has two sides that are the same. So 15, if this side is 15, then this side is also 15. And if this side is 17, then this side is also 17. So this should be 15 plus 15 plus 17 plus 17. So if we add 15 plus 15 plus 17 plus 17, we get a total of 64, and that would be the perimeter for that. Moving on to the next one, we got 14, so then this side is 14. 5, so this side is 5. So we're going to have 14 plus 14 plus 5 plus 5, which would be equal to 38. Now we're looking at something like a parallelogram. A parallelogram is just like a rectangle, but it's just slanted. So if we have sides of 35, this would be a side of 35 as well. And this is a side of 25. This would also be a side of 25. So we have 35 plus 35, and then 25 plus 25. All these together would be equal to 120. So on this other example, we have 3 and 3, 2 and 2. I'm just going to skip a step and say 3 and 3, that's 6. 2 and 2 is 4. So add those two together would be equal to 10. And so with all these other shapes, with all these other triangles and other regular sorts of shapes, they do give you all of the sides. And it's the same exact situation. We're going to add up all the sides. So we're going to have a triangle with sides of 5 plus 7 plus 9. That perimeter is 21. Another triangle with sides of 5, 10, and 11 would be 26. We have this pentagon, which would be 10 plus 8 plus 8 plus 7 plus 15. That's 5 sides is 48. And we have this sort of rectangle that's kind of looks like a home. Looks like what you would plan out for a home. So it gives you the sides of 10 plus 13 plus 20 plus 9 plus 10 plus 4. Total of 66. Now, to make things, I guess, a little bit easier, a little bit faster, if you had this example where we have a polygon, or polygon is just another word for a side, for a shape, and they all have the same length. So this is an equilateral triangle with sides of 14. So if we know that one side is 14, all we need to do is multiply by 3. So 14 times 3 gives us the total of the perimeter, which is 42. Same thing with number 10. That would be a square. So if we have a side of 50, that means that 50 times the amount of sides, which is 4, 50 times the amount of sides, would give us the total perimeter of 200. So 50 times 4 is 200, which is also the same thing as saying 50 plus 50 plus 50 plus 50. Number 11, that is a pentagon. So we have 5 sides of 31. 31 times 5 is 155. And finally, a hexagon with side of 15. So 15 times 6, which gives us a total of 90. Now looking at the last part, it says a football field is 53 yards wide and 120 yards long. What is the perimeter? So again, we have a rectangle here. So if one side is 53, the other side is 53. One side is 120, the other side is 120. So we add all of those together. So 120 plus 120 plus 53 plus 53 gives us a total of 346.